Hello, class of 2018. It is such an honor to be here today as an alumna from the other side this time. Dear President Sullivan, faculty, guests, friends and proud parents, and of course, dear graduating students. Thank you so much for inviting me to be the voice of wisdom today. It means a great deal to me. Today is your day. It is a day of celebration. Today you have many reasons to feel proud. You have worked hard, you have learned a lot, you have endured many sleepless nights. Some of you in the library, others in underground. But hey, all of you made it, and you're today graduating Bulgaria's leading university. Congratulations. Congratulations also to your parents. You are where you are now because of them and their support, both financial and emotional. It was not long ago that I was sitting where you are now. I do remember wearing this black gown. I was feeling hot and I had a headache from the night before. I was hoping this will go fast. What I don't remember was the commencement speech itself. So I hope to make it different for you. Class of 2018, we are the same generation. I'm a millennial, just like you. And the fact that I'm the one speaking to you today rather than someone a lot older and probably more successful shows not only that we, the young people, have something to say. It also shows that if we use our voice, passion, and energy, we have the power to create the world that we want to live in. It is not our parents. It is not the old generation of political and business leaders. It is us, the young people. We should not be afraid to lead, just as the elders should not be afraid to learn. 7 years ago, I was sitting where you are now, full of fear and anxiety. In fact, I had no clue what I would be doing next. 7 years ago, I was sitting in your seats without a smartphone or an Instagram account. I had not explored much of the world either. 7 years ago, I did not know what entrepreneurship meant, even less so, social entrepreneurship. And back then, the price of a Bitcoin was just $1. Well, today, many things have changed. For example, I do have a smartphone and an Instagram account. I'm an entrepreneur. I've co-created a company in a field, data for development, which I did not know existed just a few years ago. Among all, we track and predict the spread of infectious diseases like malaria using the power of big data. I'm not a data scientist, and I'm certainly not a doctor. And today, I travel to countries I could not have placed on the map before. Not to mention that if I bought just 100 Bitcoins back then, I would have been a millionaire today. Instead, I was so worried about what I would be doing next. But let me be honest with you, I still have fears and anxieties about what tomorrow brings. The one thing I do better today than I used to do 7 years ago is to embrace change. And today, I want to talk to you about change. Why change? Well, without change, there would be no butterflies. There would still be caterpillars. I want to encourage you today to embrace change, to embrace and even dare to create change. Sometimes it is painful, and often it is a bit scary because change is uncomfortable. But remember, it is only through change that we grow, just like the caterpillar that eventually becomes a butterfly. So let me share 3 things I wish someone told me 7 years ago that I hope will encourage you to do things that are scary and a bit uncomfortable. First, engineer serendipity. Don't get stuck in old habits, but live your life in a way that creates new opportunities. This does not always mean that you need to move to a new country or quit your job. It can be simple. Take a trip on your own to a new place. Pick a book on a topic that you know nothing about. Change your route to work. Create a 24-hour bucket list and just do it. Pick up a new hobby, just like Professor Nielsen did. He's been teaching the same economics classes for over 10 years now. But recently, he picked up photography. And he shared with me that this made him appreciate and discover Bulgaria's beauty. Smelling flowers outside of his economics classes is his way of engineering serendipity. During my master studies, I enrolled for a class on a subject I knew nothing about. It just sounded interesting: social entrepreneurship. That class opened my eyes. It put into words everything I wanted to do and become. And my professor became my lifelong mentor and an inspiration for everything I'm doing now. Embracing change by engineering serendipity can be simple, yet life-changing. I truly hope you explore and find your passion. Second, engage with different communities. They say you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with, and this is so true. I believe in communities and their power to help you reach your full potential. At AUBG, your tribe is the AUBGers, and you will always be an AUBGer. You will meet other AUBGers all over the world, people you've never met before, but you will connect because of the common values and experiences you had here in Blago. The various communities I'm currently part of, like the Global Shapers, One Young World, Forbes, and of course AUBG, have made me think bigger, have made me feel a citizen of the world. I encourage you to engage locally and globally. If you become a citizen of the world, anywhere you go, you'll have people to relate to and feel home. Communities give us a sense of power. They give us a sense of belonging and familiarity. They make changes less painful. So stay connected with AUBG, but be open to engage in new communities. Third, aspire to change the world, one task at a time. A famous US Navy commander once said, if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. This will give you a sense of pride and will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed would have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed in the morning will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. Well, if you can complete one small task in about 5 minutes, imagine how much you can achieve with 80,000 hours. 80,000 hours, that's about the time you're going to spend working based on a 40-hour work week, excluding holidays, if you work on average 50 years in your lifetime. 80,000 hours. This is enough time to serve a purpose that outlasts big wealth and quick wins. We, the young generation, have the power and the responsibility to leave this world better than we found it. And we can do it if we decide to spend those 80,000 hours solving big problems that our world, our countries, and our communities face, one task at a time. I hope you become crazy enough to change the world. Dear graduating students, today you will receive your AUBG degree, but ask yourself, what does this piece of paper mean to me? What is education after all? My family has always highly valued education. My grandmother, who is here with us today, taught us that education is what can make the son of a shepherd become a doctor. Over 15 years ago, my parents left their good and safe jobs in my home village here in Bulgaria and moved to Spain to do not so glamorous work. They did it so that me and my twin sister Elita, who is also here with us today, could get a good education. But only later on I realized what they worked so hard for. It was not for the piece of paper you're going to pick up later today. It was for the experiences and people that we were exposed to and learned from. To me, my AUBG degree meant working 100 hours a week in Cape Cod, selling t-shirts and riding a pedicab. It meant learning to be independent and learning to think critically. It meant teamwork. It meant lifelong friendships. At the end, this teaches you more than any corporate finance class can ever do. Today you could take it online. But it is this place here that connected us and brought those experiences, that made us, hopefully, better humans and better professionals. People with fears, but also with ambitions. And while I'm talking to you about change today, one thing I believe will never change is our excitement to come back to Blago. This will be our home forever. So while you're done with classes today, your biggest learnings are about to begin tomorrow. I want to encourage you to embrace change by engineering serendipity, by engaging in different communities, and by aspiring to change the world. And tomorrow, I hope that even if you do not remember a single word of mine, you remember those of former President Obama.